So today we are moving to Microsoft Project software. Previously we discussed about critical path method calculation. This is our first video working on MS Project software. In this video we will discuss about start screen, workspace and backstage. We'll talk about options like general options, display options, proofing options and saving options, which is really important. Next, yeah, I hope all of you have installed Microsoft Project. It is very similar to other Microsoft Office programs in terms of properties. All the properties will be discussed later, so don't miss the video. Watch till end. So let's click on the blank project on the start page. When we open the page, we will see a warning. This is the warning. This warning says that tasks are manually scheduled. This window is called Project Workspace. As the name suggests, while creating our project plan, we will be doing almost all of the work on this page. Here we have quick access toolbar on the top left corner. We see a shape like floppy disk here, a left arrow, right arrow. This is the save button. We are familiar with this button. The left arrow is for undo and right arrow is for redo. There is a triangle with a line on the right side of this button. This is the one. Let's click here. We see a small window. By using this window, we can determine which button will be visible or hidden. We can see the name of the project at the top center. This is a default name, Project 4. This part, except this file name, this part is called ribbon. We will do most of the operation for our project here using this ribbon. Just below the ribbon there is the timeline. This is the timeline. We can show the starting and ending date of the activities in the project from here. If you don't see the timeline, it might be hidden. This large area below is the main working. This large area below the main working screen where we will be doing most of the work. You can see the Gantt chart. This space is for the Gantt chart. In future I will teach you how to change this view. Okay, on my screen I can see the table on the left side of the main page. You can see this table in the main side of the left page, and this area where in this area we will create the project tasks and link between the tasks, and this Gantt chart is in the right hand side. So before starting to create our project plan on Microsoft Project, we should make the necessary settings. To do this, we will use the options menu. We can access to the option menu from the backstage view. Let's click on file. Let's click on options here. Now we can see a dialog box. From here we will be able to make necessary changes. At this stage, we will put our beginner level options. We will look at the intermediate level setting in the future. In this way we learn which settings can be made in which group. I will talk about some of the advanced setting in the future section. Let's move to the general section. We can make the general setting of the Microsoft Project here. On the user interface option I can see screen tip style. I have chosen the default one. So feature description in the screen tips. So screen tips means the thing that gives the information when you point the mouse there. For example, format printer. When I push my mouse cursor here, it shows the format printer and little bit explanation of it. So let's move back to the options. So yeah, and project view, I choose the default view, the Gantt with timeline. There are so many other options. You can choose anyone you like, but at the moment I'm not going to make any changes, so I choose Gantt with timeline. The next one is the date format. I choose the same date. I don't want to make any other format, so I leave it as it is. So let's talk about the display settings. So click on display. I already clicked the display button. Here we can set how certain content will look inside our project. Here is the calendar type. Let's choose this one and check the view how it looks like. So see, the calendar is changed now, so I don't prefer this one. I can go back to the option and I choose the Gregorian calendar, the default one. So currency options, I leave it as it is. You can change according to your requirement. For example, if you are in Australia, you can put Australian dollar or whatever you like. Yeah. And the next one is proofing. I leave the schedule here because we need to learn some basic things before going to the schedule section, so I will go to the proofing section. So let's click on the proofing. From the left menu, Microsoft Project can review the text entries we have entered if we want. So this property is same as other Microsoft program. When we write something in the cell, the program underlines the mistakes or automatically corrects spelling. We are doing the related settings under the proofing option. Alright, I will talk about which setting will do what instead of mentioning each and every options. I have already said MS Project automatically correct the misspelled words. We can do this setting by click on the autocorrect options. If you click here, you can do autocorrection. So I don't want to make any changes here. It's alright whatever it's checked here. So I click on OK. Here we have more options about proofing and autocorrection. For example, I ignore the words that contain the numbers. For example, I ignore the words that contain number. But I don't want to make any changes here, so I'm not going to make any changes here. So I'm going to the save option now. We will do saving setting from this menu. Our first title is Save Projects. The extension of the project created by using Microsoft Project is MPP, and for template is MPT. Although all the projects are saved with MPP extension, a project that is saved with new version of Microsoft Project may not be open in older versions. So we can save our project as an earlier, for example, Microsoft Project 2007. If we want to save our project as earlier version, by default we use these settings. All you need to do is to click on the project and select the other version. Let's say MS Project 2007. For example, we can save the project as Microsoft Project 2000, a Microsoft Project template, whatever you like. But I am just saving the default option. Alternatively, we can use this save as option to do this one as well. For default file location, we can browse, and we can browse the location where you want to save our file. You can choose wherever you like, but at the moment I'm leaving it as it is. So below we have autosave options. Yeah. In some countries there may be frequently electricity cuts and computer may shut down before you save, and you may lose all your data. So to avoid such problems, you can use this one. So click on the time you want to do automatic saving. So I choose like 3 minutes. So This is just an example. I'm going to uncheck this one, but if you want to do, you can do. You can set a place to save your templates by clicking here. For templates, you can browse the location. So that's all for today.